Hey gang, hey, this is a follow-up to my original video I made about the Quik Lok 3-tier stand. Alright, now I'm going to walk back to the original stand. Now this stand was bought in 91. Alright, it's the original Quik Lok stand. Alright, I'm going to walk back here. And as you can tell, this stand don't move. Alright, it doesn't do the wobble is what this one did. Now, I tightened this one up a little bit. I found a couple things here. Alright. And you have these little plastic caps. Alright. And they go over the bolts. So take a screwdriver and pry those off. Using a 14mm socket, you can tighten these up. Like here, 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 here. And then these here go with an Allen wrench, which is there. All right. So you can tighten these up, but don't do asshole tight. Just do snug them as tight as you can get without stripping the bolt out. All right. Also, by doing this, it's still not very. I mean, they're tight, all right, and but I think over a period of time, like maybe if you're playing maybe 4 nights a week, I would say within a year these are going to come back out and thing. Now I'm going to show you something else here. Now this is so stupid. I'm gonna over here a little bit. What you got here is you have this little bolt, all right, the washer on it, all right, and we'll set that here and set this here. Now this is where your main problem is where your main swing arm. This is all your problems coming from that. Look at this, okay? That's all they stubbed that in. That is. Looks to me like 1.5 inches. Matter of fact, I'll measure it. No, it's 1 inch. Yeah. So this is only stubbed into this unit right here, 1 inch. You know, I'd like to find out who redesigned this stand. Just walk right up to him and punch him right in the face. Because they cannot possibly be an engineer, and they can't possibly be that stupid. All right? You know, if you're going to do something that's going to hold all this weight, they should have made this part at least this long, probably 8 inches. So it would go all the way in. And you would have additional, maybe instead of 1 bolt, all right, it would go all the way in, and you could have a couple secure spots. All right? Now, the other problem is, what I wanted to do is I wanted to drill a hole in I was just going to take that short little bolt out and drill all the way through it and put a stainless steel bolt with maybe some fender washers on each side, you know, to give it some good grip each and really secure it. Rather than having stripped out, I don't know whether this is titanium or chromoly or whatever this metal is. It looks like aluminum. And so how strong can your threads be threading into that? And this is starting to strip out, all right? But you can't drill all the way through to really secure it because your back knob is going right there. So if you go to drill all the way through it, you're going to hit this bolt. So you can't drill through it. The only other solution you could possibly have is maybe do a partial drill and put an additional bolt in the other side. All right? So have one on the bottom and have one on the top. So you could have a double bolt. That might help it. At the same time, might not hold up. All right? Now, to me, this is not a big thing because my regular keyboard stand which I bought back in '91, is perfect. All right, and the only thing I did to it was I modified it here. I made these longer because I needed the one keyboard to be longer, which the new stands do. You can move these in and out, but I didn't have that luxury on this stand, but I was able to modify it myself to give me more room this way. And that's the only thing. And it had plastic knobs on the back, which I replaced with stainless steel bolts. And I just use a wrench to tighten these up. All right. And because the knobs had a tendency to strip out on the original stand. And also, when I did that, I also took it to a machine shop and we put stainless steel nuts inside and they welded them in. All right. So I got stainless steel nuts on the inside, the stainless bolt holding it in, and I just carry around a little wrench, and that's how I tightened up my swing arms. All right, but pretty much on these new stands here, you're pretty much screwed. And I'm putting this back in here, but basically this is what it was doing. All right. All right. Now I'm gonna tighten up the bolt. Oh, remember, don't go asshole tight. And oh, this is stripped out. Look at that. It's stripped out. It's not going to get any tighter. And but yeah, see, I'm pretty much fucked. Now, to me, this is not a big deal because this is a practice stand. This is going to go back in the man cave, and it's just going to stay set up, you know. And so when I'm not done playing a gig, and I have a couple weeks off, and I bring my live rig into the man cave, the live rig keyboards will go on this. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to find a little larger bolt and put that in there and just tighten it up and maybe try some Loctite on it. And but it's not a major thing. But you guys who are playing out in a gig, using this stand professionally for every gig, I think you're pretty much fucked. All right, excuse my language, but that's basically the best word for it. I mean, why? You make this magnificent stand, very sturdy. You know, my keyboards on it, they don't move. You might get a little, you know, just a little bit, but you're going to get that with any stand. But it's a perfect stand, you know. Why would you fuck it up? That's my question. So, the other option would be is maybe have this part welded to this. Now, this is dissimilar metal. All right, so I'm not a welder. So I don't know whether you can weld this type of metal to this. All right, because that would be the great solution, because that's what this is. This is welded all the way around. All right. So somebody recommended maybe try some type of epoxy. That might work, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try it, and I'm going to try see if that works. But basically, it's a piece of shit. That's basically what it is. And so if you guys haven't bought one of these, do not buy it. It's crap. If you could find one of the older stands, that would be the best. My older stand's nothing but a big tank, man. And actually, here's another thing, too. The older stand's actually lighter than this guy. All right? It's probably about 5 pounds lighter. All right? So, that's my report. God bless. Catch you guys on the next video.